But let's talk waiting lists right now. University Hospitals Dorset is reassuring people that if they receive a text message from them, it is legitimate. They'd like you to respond. This comes after it was revealed yesterday that record numbers of people are on hospital waiting lists in England. Across Dorset, 45,000 people remain on waiting lists for non-emergency elective surgery. 5,000 have been waiting for over a year. To address that, the University Hospitals Dorset Trust has started contacting the first wave of people, about 9,000 last night. We can talk to Dr. Matt Thomas, who's Deputy Chief Medical Officer at the University Hospitals Dorset NHS Foundation Trust. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
Good to talk to you. Can we address the issue of waiting times first of all? It seems it's a real concern, I guess. It's easy to assume these are non-emergency surgeries. They're elective. You kind of, in effect, choose to have them. But they can be life-changing things. People living in great deals of pain, waiting for something which should change their lives.
Indeed. I mean, we talk about the numbers, but each of these numbers is a person. And the condition they're waiting for could be something that means a great deal to them and to their quality of life. So we treat these things very seriously, and that's why we're very keen to try and get on and start getting our way through this backlog.
Yeah, and the backlog, it sort of goes without saying, but I'm going to ask you to say it's been caused because of the issues we've had with COVID over the last year.
Oh, absolutely. So we know that over the years there have been increasing numbers of referrals to hospital anyway, so numbers were tending to go up. But with the fact that a lot of our staff were redeployed to help in critical care, with the fact that we couldn't use our theatres as effectively because we had to do things COVID safe. We've all learned about that in the last year. And because we were concentrating on those conditions that were life-threatening, those conditions which are more planned have had to wait. And now is the time to really start getting on with those and to try and work our way through them.
We'll come to working through them in a mo and the kind of likely time that's going to take. Just talk to me about this texting thing you've got going on at the moment. Is it quite unusual for you as a trust to be contacting patients in this way?
Yes, it is, but we're keen to move on and use digital means to try and contact people, and just aware that texting comes with a bit of a bad name at the moment with scams going around. We just wanted to reassure people this isn't a scam. We're not going to ask for their bank details. We're not going to ask for personal details. We're going to ask them to log into a system just using their date of birth and a code that we've given them, so that the system knows exactly who they are and they don't need to give us any other details.
And the thinking behind this is what? Just to reconnect with people who might have been waiting for a while to say that you're thinking of them and that they still exist and have the issues that they do on your systems.
And to increase our efficiency at our end,
right,
so that we can do things more effectively, more speedily, and so hopefully all the bits in the process will help to move us through this backlog as quickly as possible.
And what about the future, Matt? Because to clear this backlog, I'm thinking about the difference between debt and deficit in finance terms here. You need to not only see the people that you would usually see, you need to sort of do more than that and able to clear the debt. You need to start operating kind of well into the black, if you like.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. And we're looking to make things as efficient as possible. We're always striving to do that, but there's increased efforts to make sure that one, we're operating on the people who still need operating on. People may say that actually, no, that's no longer an issue to me and I don't need it. So working our way through those who really need operating and making ourselves as efficient as possible, improving the way that we operate so that we get through as many of these patients as possible.
Are you hopeful? Because, like I say, you're going to have to do more than you would usually do. And also your staff are going to be frankly exhausted after a really tough year. And yet, here you are with this kind of hangover their heads, your heads as a trust?
That's a really interesting question, Steve. I said to people that we needed to recover our staff before we recovered the system, and talked about taking a break. And there are a number of staff who said to me, actually, the way I will recover is by getting on with doing my normal job and doing the operations for the patients that need it. That's part of their recovery. So there are some people who are saying, let's just get on and do this because that's what's going to make me feel better.
Interesting stuff, Matt. Really lovely to talk to you. Matt Thomas, Deputy Chief Medical Officer at University Hospitals Dorset NHS Foundation Trust.